Hello, Michael Bull here with the Commercial Real Estate Show. We're at the 2014 National Association of Realtors Conference in New Orleans. We have the opportunity to talk with Dan Wagner. Dan is Vice President of the Commercial Legislation and Regulatory Advisory Board of the National Association of Realtors. And do we really need you helping us with some of this tax stuff, in Washington? Tell us what's going on with the 1031. Is it possibly on the chopping board?
Unfortunately, when you talk about tax reform, for folks that might not understand the real estate world, our job, it's incumbent upon us to educate people. And the 1031 exchange, the like-kind exchange, is so important to our economy in America that we have to make sure to wake up all of our elected officials so they know how important it is. The concept is quickly where you have your commercial piece of property, you sell it, or income-producing property, and the proceeds that you make off that, you roll into another investment, another income-producing property, and that's a synergistic way that our economy grows, jobs grow, and we have to make sure and explain the process to all of our elected officials in the Senate and the House, and also at the executive level as well.
And it seems like that we've heard that it could be on the chopping block all the time, but is it in more danger right now?
In actuality, it is. We have the concept of tax reform is obviously very palpable and important in America, and the conversation needs to be out there where people understand that when they look at all the tax issues that are on the line, that they are looking in both the House and the Senate, and in both parties and in the presidential level, that this could be something that could go away because they don't necessarily understand the importance of what the 1031 can do for our American economy. So it is really being looked at right now. And the National Association of Realtors with the Real Estate Roundtable and other real estate organizations are going to be doing this national study to show and educate all of our Congress folks to let them know why the 1031 is so important.
Well, it'd be devastating. I know from our business, I think we just see a lot less velocity of business, and as we were talking earlier, I mean, that's jobs, that's economic viability in our country, right?
Well, Mike, the problem with when you get rid of the 1031, which we don't ever want them to do, they're not going to have any cost savings or any savings for the taxes because people aren't going to sell. Yeah. They're going to keep their property, and there will be no tax event because no one's going to sell their property to pay all those extra taxes. Eventually, some people might have to a little bit, but you will not have the velocity of remodeling shopping centers, remodeling any kind of business that you have. The amount of money that goes into that, or growing jobs so you can hire more people. It's really a job killer. The 1031 has been around since 1930, and it's a very part of the blood and sinew of our economy and our real estate, commercial real estate world. And we have got to make sure to ring that bell and let everybody know in America we have to have this.
Let's talk about another subject that's near and dear to a lot of hearts out there, and that's the Sales Tax Fairness Act, where companies can sell online and they're not paying the sales tax to the local governments, right? Where are we on the Sales Tax Fairness Act? I mean, retail real estate, the brick and mortar business is getting killed. Some of these municipalities, local municipalities, aren't getting their tax dollars. It's hurting jobs and everything in the local areas. What's going on there?
It is so important. It's about fairness. And when you have a brick and mortar company that has to be able to collect the sales tax and an online company that doesn't have to do that, you're looking at the government creating a disparity of sometimes up to 10% for tax. And when you have these low margins, these tiny little margins, you're killing businesses. The government's picking and choosing winners and losers. It is not what America and our free economy has been all about. We can't do that. We have to make sure, and we let the word be known, that in America, we're going to have, everything's going to be equal, and when you go out and you buy something, then you're going to have to also collect that tax as well, the internet company will, and they shoot it back to the local municipalities. That's, the sales tax exists. The brick and mortar are collecting that, and the individual actually has to pay that on their income tax, but a lot of people don't. And this is that people are getting away with it. It's not good, and we want to make sure that people are doing the right thing. If we can understand how important those retailers are to us, as I always tell everybody, when you look at Santa Claus, there's no internet sales tax company or internet company that's providing the experience of Santa Claus for your grandchild or your child. That wonderful brick and mortar company is providing that Norman Rockwell experience for you and your family. I mean, just think of all the other ways, the jobs, the property taxes that they pay, the Girl Scout, Boy Scout groups in front of your brick and mortar stores. I mean, they're part of their community. What we're saying is, let's keep it fair. Why are we hurting the people that are in our own backyard? Let's make sure that everybody's treated fairly.
Yeah, and it's also a question of jobs. Your son or daughter may want the job in that Santa Claus store, right?
Absolutely.
And then also another issue, I guess it's on the discussion right now, is terrorism insurance, right? So we all need insurance on our commercial real estate to make the world go around. What's going on there?
Well, the Terrorism Risk Insurance Act, that happened, unfortunately, the tragedy of 9/11. The insurance companies were able to highlight to the banks, the commercial real estate world, that they had to have a government backstop in order to provide affordable insurance for commercial real estate. Because if some horrible terrorist act happens, a nuclear bomb going off or something like that, the government would be stepping in anyway just because of the huge event that would happen. After 9/11, they realized that they needed to have a government backstop, and right now, after billions and billions of dollars would happen from a terrorist act, the private sector pays for all that, but if some unusual thing happens, then the government steps in, and it would always step in. Since 9/11, we've had this legislation in place, and it's never, thank God, ever been utilized. And it's one of those things that's always there for a safety net. But we have to make sure that the elected officials know that this is sunsetting on December 31st of this year. And so a bank will not be able to give a commercial loan out unless they have this terrorism risk insurance in place. So it's vital that we get this passed before December 31st. Otherwise, commercial loans will come to a grinding halt.
Cool. Could be devastating. Well, these are very important issues. So how can our viewers and listeners help? What can they do to help the cause?
Well, obviously to become educated. The National Association of Realtors has an incredible website that has all this information listed on it. So you want to make sure you know what's going on. And then it's our wonderful American process. Go meet your elected officials. Go talk to your congressman, talk to your United States senator, and let them know that this is important, that our economy, our running the America the way we've been working with our wonderful economy, our free market, we need to make sure to keep that going and get educated and then talk to your legislature.
Okay. Can we also contribute in a way financially?
You know, if with the National Association of Realtors, anyone who's a realtor is able to donate to the RPAC fund, and that clearly is a big part of being successful in our democracy. Participating with your voice and also participating in your pocketbook is a big deal.
All right, Dan, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much. This is great.
All right, thank you. Michael Bull, Commercial Real Estate Show, National Association of Realtors 2014 Conference in New Orleans. The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you by Bull Realty Commercial Brokerage, a great place to do business. Visit bullrealty.com. RealNex, a comprehensive suite of powerful commercial real estate tools at an incredibly low price. Visit realnex.com. That's RealNex. Sozo Web Hosting and Cloud Solutions, secure, reliable, and worry-free. Visit sozo.com. That's SOZO.com. FIU, Florida International University. Earn your master's in real estate online in as little as 10 months. Visit FIUonline.com. And by France Media, providing exposure to the world of commercial real estate. Visit francemediainc.com. For more information on these great companies or for additional podcasts, videos, or blogs, visit creshow.com.